Past experience has shown us that many ultra-high performance all-season tires are often focused primarily on the 3 non-winter seasons, delivering relatively high levels of dry and wet road traction and handling. This 3-season focus usually comes at some expense of the 4th season's wintertime traction levels. In late January, members of the Tire Rack team traveled to northern Sweden in an effort to find plenty of snow, consistent cold temperatures, and well-prepared test surfaces. This region near the Arctic Circle is home to a number of dedicated winter testing facilities and is ideal for testing tire traction in winter conditions. We compared the winter traction of the Bridgestone Potenza RE960 AS pole position, Continental ExtremeContact DWS, Goodyear Eagle F1 All Season, Michelin Pilot Sport AS Plus, and Yokohama Avid W4S to find out just how much, or how little, snow traction is provided by these all-season designs. Here's a summary of what we found. Our first subjective test is designed to simulate what you might find driving through several inches of unplowed snow during a moderate snowfall. The ExtremeContact DWS felt noticeably superior to the other all-season tires in this group. Overall acceleration, braking, and cornering traction was good, with plenty of reserve grip to aid driver confidence. The Eagle F1 All Season felt the best of the rest, doing a reasonable job at clawing its way along the course. The Pilot Sport AS Plus followed with less overall snow traction than the Extreme Winter Contact DWS and Eagle F1 All Season tires. Vehicle cornering balance was somewhat less predictable too, as moderate understeer or oversteer could occur with minimal warning. The Potenza RE960 AS pole position struggled somewhat to provide acceleration traction, but overall cornering grip was close behind the Pilot Sport AS Plus, and without that tire's unexpected understeer or oversteer characteristic. Well back from the rest was the Avid W4S. This tire was challenging to get and keep moving through the snow, and provided limited cornering and braking traction as it made its way along the course. We were able to complete the modestly uphill course, but this tire required plenty of driver concentration to simply avoid getting stuck. In an effort to quantify the subjective impressions felt by our drivers, we also conducted a number of objective tests to evaluate differences in tire performance. These tests used sensitive onboard equipment to measure just how much acceleration and braking traction each tire had. We found all of the ultra-high performance all-season tires achieved peak acceleration force at relatively low wheel spin levels and below the dedicated winter tires we had tested earlier in the day. The traction control system in most vehicles limits wheel spin to between 10 and 15%, which works well to help maximize the acceleration traction available from these ultra-high performance all-season tires. Acceleration force can fall off by as much as 35% from the peak as wheel spin increases. That means that shutting off the traction control and really spinning some of these tires won't help. We also noted a correlation between the data shown in the traction force graph and how well each tire performed during the subjective snow handling evaluation described earlier in this report. The ExtremeContact DWS had the highest peak acceleration force, a well-rounded area at its peak, and minimal drop in acceleration force as wheel spin increased. In turn, this tire proved the easiest to drive during the subjective snow handling evaluation. The Eagle F1 All Season behaved in a similar manner, albeit at a lower level than the ExtremeContact DWS. The tires that were the most challenging to drive in the subjective snow handling evaluation also showed an abrupt drop in acceleration force, as well as relatively low peak acceleration levels. An all-season tire design by its nature is a jack of all trades, but master of none. So it came as no surprise that the best of the ultra-high performance all-season tires we tested was not able to match the snow capability of any of the dedicated winter tires we had tested earlier in the day. Of course, if you want the best tire for when winter conditions are at their worst, a dedicated winter tire is the best option. But if you choose to use just one tire for all 4 seasons, be sure to select a tire that delivers snow traction levels appropriate for the worst winter weather you'll encounter. In summary, the Bridgestone Potenza RE960 AS pole position is best for drivers who experience only moderate amounts of snow. The Continental ExtremeContact DWS delivers on the promise of all-season capability, providing class-leading snow traction that's in a league above the other tires in this test. Goodyear's Eagle F1 All Season does an admirable job churning its way through the snow. The Michelin Pilot Sport AS Plus provides reasonable snow performance, but can't match the ExtremeContact DWS or Eagle F1 All-Season tires. The Yokohama Avid W4S struggles to find snow traction and should be considered by drivers who will experience minimal snowfall. So as you view our test results, it's important to focus on your priorities and what personality will fit best with how, where, and what you drive. In this video, we've touched on just a portion of the tests conducted during our trip to the Arctic Circle, so be sure to go to TireRack.com for the complete test report and to learn more about the tires featured in this test.